podcast. We are back. It's been a while. There's a lot that has changed since we were on here. Harrison's still a pain in the ass, so that hasn't changed. So is his sidekick, Brendan. Sam, how are you doing?
Oh, wow. Hey, what's up,
Shots
guys?
fired right off the rip.
It's crazy.
I'm just
right off the rip.
stepping to the side here and just letting the shrapnel
no, just got to let it go.
miss
You know?
me. I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm good.
It's June 1st.
It is June 1st. A lot has happened already today, and a lot has happened since we've missed a lot of playoffs. So, but we got football to talk about, gentlemen.
I want to talk about me.
Harrison, I'll ask you how you are.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you. I was waiting for that. Yeah, I missed you guys. It's been a little while, a little summer siesta, but happy to be back. Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this space to talk about me, and then I'll kick the
Brendan,
question.
how are you?
Okay, all right, fair. I'm good. Good. Good to be back. Let's get into it.
We got some major trades that happened, and the one that probably caught most people off guard was Myles Garrett. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts about this Myles Garrett blockbuster trade?
Well, let's recap it. It's Jared Verse of the Rams and 3 number ones I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Does it include next year's number one? Like 2027?
Yep. Yes.
Going to the Browns for Myles Garrett. What I was going to say for the pod was I was totally down with the Ty Simpson draft pick, and now I don't know what the hell is going on.
I still question it either way, but okay.
Yeah, but let's squeeze every bit out of this orange that is Matt Stafford and his Hall of Fame career. That's awesome. Jared Verse is a hell of a player. He's certainly not Myles Garrett, arguably still in his prime. So, it kind of checks out for what the Rams have done under Les Snead for the last decade, like F those picks. Mm-hmm. But, cool. Put the chips in there. It's confusing now. I feel like you could use that draft capital a little better. But I get it. Maybe Myles Garrett just doesn't fall in your lap every day too. So you gotta.
Yeah, I think they
can't look that far ahead.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to do 2 things at once, which is, I guess, not a bad thing. Build for the future, but also capitalize on what you can now. And I guess anytime a trade for Myles Garrett presents itself, you probably do that trade. I don't even know how many picks it would take me to say no to Myles Garrett, but yeah, I think this is obviously a swing for the fences move by the Rams, but they're already in a position to do that. So they'll go into the season as the NFC favorites. And yeah, it's just a great person to have. I mean, it just reminds me, you go from Aaron Donald now to Myles Garrett. You got to take a little gap in between, but yeah, man, they're going to be tough. Very, very tough.
Yeah. And the full package was Verse 2027 first round pick, 2028 second, and a 2029 third.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
That's just seems like a no brainer for a contender. So yeah, like you guys are mentioning, I mean, they're definitely trying to capitalize the remaining years of Matt Stafford, and this just makes them just fearsome again on defense. Like, so it's like an Aaron Donald again on the defensive line, just a game wrecker. So yeah, you have to assume they're going to be the favorite in the NFC, at least top 2 at worst. So yeah,
guys, we're going to see Myles Garrett in meaningful games.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
that's great. It has not happened too often.
And side benefit, he moves closer to Chloe Kim there. So there you go.
Yeah.
Works out for everybody.
Yeah. Look, Jared Verse is a good player. I mean, just to put it in perspective, Myles Garrett had 13 sacks in weeks 8 through 12 last season, an NFL record for 4-game span.
Bad numbers. Oh my god!
Jared Verse has 12 sacks in his whole career, so it's just a different dude, different level.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, Jared Verse has been in the league for 2 years now, 2, 3, right? 2 years.
Yeah. Miles
So
Garrett
Does
did
he
that
have
in
13
4
sacks
weeks.
in 4 days?
Yeah.
4 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, many years, but Jarrett Versus is on the come up. That's why when I first saw this trade, I was like, holy shit, they have Jarrett Verse and Miles
Yeah,
Garrett,
I
and
did
who's
too.
going to double team them?
Yeah.
And then once the details came out, I was like, okay, well, that makes sense now. But I mean, Kobe Turner's no slouch, and Byron Young is a young Pro Bowl type edge rusher. So that is something that they're going to have there. I mean, shout out to Poona Ford as a nose tackle, which is a great name to say. But you have their defense was already really, really good. Now Miles Garrett is going to be on a team that he most likely is. He's still going to get the attention, but double teaming him is not going to help your defense. And they have a solid secondary, some sketchy parts back there, but defensively, they were already tough. They are going to be even tougher. And to, I think, Sam's point, is Miles Garrett is now actually on a team that is actually going to be competitive. No offense to the Browns as they're building towards the future now. But yeah, that's just it's replacing Aaron Donald. That's the only thing I can think of. It's the Aaron Donald replacement, and some would say this is an upgrade from that. Others would say it's equivalent. Some would say no. So I'm very curious to seeing how this plays out.
It's probably in current NFL the closest player that could fill those shoes, right? Like it's Miles Garrett.
So.
I don't, you know.
He's just, they're both so dominant. Like they're just complete game wreckers, both of them. And now you have just another one, so you can just kind of run it back.
I was thinking because I want to pivot to the Browns for a second too, because they by all accounts had a great draft this year. Aside from the Dylan Gabriel pick, they had a great draft last year. Judkins and Harold Fannin and was a defensive player they took. They had a great draft last year. Now they're getting, again, the Gabriel pick doesn't make any sense to get Shador in the 5th. And, I know this upcoming quarterback draft is loaded, but it sounds, Deshaun Watson's there, but it sounds like they're going to let the best quarterback be their quarterback. But kind of shocked to see that all happening in a way. So now you get some more picks and Jared Verse. Not bad.
Yeah, no, I don't hate it for them at all. I mean, you can pick up some draft capital and get a very Jared Verse is Jared Verse is a really good player. And then you get some draft picks. I mean, by all accounts, Deshaun has been the better looking quarterback so far, and whoever takes stock in a lot of these off-season training stuff. But yeah, we'll see where they go. I mean, they had some decent wins last year. They weren't god awful, and they're kind of just hanging around. Maybe take advantage in the AFC North eventually. But yeah, I don't hate it for them at all either. I think it's a pretty good trade for both sides. I mean, you never want to lose like a generational talent like Miles Garrett, but they got, a pretty good player in return and 3 picks. So you can't, knock them for that.
So a quick comparison, Aaron Donald played 154 games, Miles Garrett currently 134. Aaron Donald in those games in total had 340 tackles. Miles Garrett has 293. The assisted tackles, 203 for Aaron Donald, 119 for Miles Garrett. Sacks, it was an average of, it's 111. And it says for Miles Garrett is 125.5.
They play different positions too, right?
Correct. But just a comparison,
inside,
just for fun. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're
two dominant game changers. Yeah,
2 different positions. I mean, with the DT, Donald's plugging up the middle, getting a lot more just kind of, tackles and assists. But it's like Garrett on the outside. They're just dominant. Both of them just absolutely dominant. Imagine them together. That would have been crazy. But
and the Rams' big need going into the offseason between the draft and free agency was that secondary. You mentioned Hayes. You get Trent McDuffie there, who was
huge pickup for them too.
Huge pickup. I know they drafted and signed some other players there too. So, that this definitely helps the secondary. For sure.
Like you're upgrading the secondary with this move without even upgrading the secondary. It's like crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. Watch out, NFC West.
Watch out, NFC.
Watch out, NFC.
NFC. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm just thinking of Sam Darnold and Purdy and.
They were already good.
But
I mean, the biggest question mark that we haven't really talked about is where is Puka?
Right.
Is Puka going to be available for the season? Is he out of rehab? There's many jokes that can be unloaded. Not going to do that. I'm trying to be mature here.
Damn.
But it just I said me. You can shoot them off. It was one of the biggest stories that kind of was tucked under the rug this offseason. It was talked about in the beginning, and then it just disappeared. But I'm kind of curious if Puka's going to come out and be able to even play. Obviously, dealing with an addiction is not fun, and it's not fun for those that are around as well. So I'm curious if he's going to be fine, or is this just something that was, hey, listen, we're going to say you're doing this to get you out of the light. Go get your shit straight so you can get ready for the season, and we don't want to hear anything like that, right? Like a good PR move or whatnot. So I'm very curious of what that'll be, because he is a huge piece of the Rams' success moving forward, because he is one of the best wide receivers in the league.
He's probably up for a contract soon too, right? A 5th-round pick. So he gets
so.
a 4-year deal, not making any money in comparison to, a 1st-round pick. So he's got that incentive to get on the field. And yeah, obviously to your point, obviously his health, hopefully he's, has the support he needs and whatnot. But yeah, if everything's clicking for this Rams team, it's going to be dangerous.
There will be champagne showers. Speaking of 1st-round picks, the Eagles just got a 1st-round pick in 2028. That's because A.J. Brown is officially traded to the New England Patriots. Diana Rossini was right. I'll leave that alone because that is loaded. But it was
why was she right, Hayes?
Did she originally break the story? Did she break the story?
She had the inside track. She did not officially break the trade.
Not today. I mean, 3 months ago when this came out.
More than a year ago is when this kind of started. So
a true NFL insider.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyway, 1st-round pick and a 2027 5th-round pick. A.J. Brown is now officially a New England Patriot. I've been asked by people as this day loomed how I would feel about A.J. leaving. It's sad. It is. But I'm very, very happy for what happened while he was there. Went to 2 Super Bowls, won one, could have won the other. Played a hell of the time there, and is right now in the history books of Eagles, one of the best wide receivers, and in my opinion, the best wide receiver that has been on the Philadelphia Eagles. I know people would say T.O., but AJ broke a lot of records. He pretty much averaged 1,000-yard season every year that he was there. I believe Devontae Smith will pretty much have the opportunity to do that, as he's now going to be the true number one, which is why the Eagles stockpiled a lot of wide receivers. And I'm very, very happy with the moves that they made. So now we see what happens with the new offense of Sean Mannion and what this culture looks like moving forward. Again, it sucks. I think Saquon pretty much summed it up perfectly. Like, AJ is one of his favorite teammates ever. He said, but this is the NFL and it's a business. He said, people are going to move on. It's still going to be the Eagles. It's still going to be the main priority, whether whoever's here or not, right? So it's the same. For every fan base, there's players that we love. They are there. They go. and you see them on other teams or they retire, whatever way it goes. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I'm also happy to see what this young wide receiver corps does. So yeah.
Yeah. Seemed like it was time for a little bit of a change. I mean, you see obviously like all the press clips and like the media interviews, and it looks like he's like a malcontent wide receiver, but then you hear his teammates speak really highly of him and love him. So I would believe that over, all the other stuff that comes out. So yeah,
it's the most subdued diva wide receiver that we've had in a long time, if that's the case, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're trying so hard.
And he just curbed everything, didn't say anything. I mean, the writing was on the wall, but it was definitely like it was another one last thing that he did yesterday. He deactivated his Twitter, his X, before today because he knew what was coming, which everybody knew what was coming. But yeah, you're right, Sam. He was quiet about it. I know they made a big deal of him reading the book on the sideline during the playoffs, but he was doing it all year, and they just so happened to catch it then. They were saying that, oh yeah, he's reading the book. All his teammates knew this. His teammates participated in the reading of it. They got books themselves. Like it was such a funny thing to do. But the bigger issue, what I think the media ran with was driving the wedge between Jalen and him more because of their vendetta against Jalen for whatever godforsaken reason. Another person that doesn't say anything, but somehow is always in the limelight in a negative way. I've been trying to dig in and see exactly what it is. It was like a situation between somebody that they had as a mutual friend or whatnot, and it seems that it was more AJ was upset than anything. Then Jalen, they made a big deal about AJ's wedding, with Jalen not being there, which congratulations to him for being married. It's like, I'm just very happy that that's all over. I don't want to hear about that anymore. Let's just move on and play some more football, some good football. That's it.
I think if my, star wide receiver isn't a little bit crazy, I really don't want him. I think,
that's fair.
That's fair.
You all need that kind of weird edge. It's like a hockey goalie. Like you got to be a little bit weird. And that's kind of
they have two now.
Yeah.
One was in court a few months, like a month ago, and you got AJ. So they got two.
Yeah. But on the side of things, AJ was relatively tame. But yeah, there's different relationship stuff, and again, like these team, you got a lot of people, a big roster. You don't have to like everyone as long as you're just doing the same things on the field that you need to be doing. That's all that really matters. And the Giants may have some of that this upcoming year, but like you're not paid to like each other. You're paid to perform. So, and they did that. They won a Super Bowl. So like that's all you can really ask for as a fan.
There's a lot. I mean, Hayes, you know a lot more about this than we do. There's a lot of things broken with this Eagles team that whether the media has tried to make it a bigger thing than usual. I don't know if AJ Brown was a part of that. You know what I mean?
He was.
I don't think everything that is wrong it's an AJ Brown thing.
He was a part of it, but he was silent while it happened. But he also at the same time, he was silent. But then he did things like this. He went on a very popular streamer's stream who he plays Madden against, and said, "Hey, if you had me in fantasy football this year at the beginning of the year, drop me." So to say that he was silent through it when you go on a very popular streamer's platform and you say, if you have me on your fantasy team, drop me. You already, that's drama in itself. Like, he's not innocent in it at all. Like he's done his part. He said several things that he could have dispelled multiple things, but he was upset and he has every right to be upset. Every person has their own right. I'm not here to judge that or whatnot, but there was a lot of things internally, and I think where it started mostly was with the now offensive, game plan coordinator down in Miami, Kevin Petula, which I told you guys when he was an offensive coordinator, when we were talking about the preseason, I said that is the biggest question mark. And by all the things that the players have said, without directly calling him out, he was the biggest issue, and that's Nick Sirianni's boy, which is why Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie came in and said, Sean Mannion, you have complete control of the offense with no Nick Sirianni touching it at all, because the offense has had his input for so many years, and it's why it's looked kind of the same in the past few years, or the years that they didn't have a dominant offensive coordinator in Shane Steichen or in Kellen Moore. You saw the difference when they had somebody there that was very detailed with offense. In the years that they didn't, they had what's his name that went to the Commanders and then Petula. So I think there was a lot of things, and I still believe, and I know this is Brendan's favorite person in the world, I still believe that Nick Sirianni is a part of the issue. Still, he is winning. Do not get me wrong. He is winning, but I still believe that at times in the decisions that he makes, it affects the culture, and it shows, and it has shown, because one of the biggest issues was him and AJ Brown arguing on the sideline, and they tried to downplay it, but that was pretty big, especially with knowing the things that were going on. So, yeah, very interesting.
Thoughts on the Eagles' offense without AJ Brown? From a fantasy perspective, I think Devontae Smith's always performed pretty well when he was the number one, when AJ wasn't playing or there was a reason or whatever. But, that's a lot of focus that, who's the rookie they drafted this year that we all really like? So
but he's not the
concerned
number
about
two.
that at all.
Who is the number two now?
Dontavian Wicks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Packers.
I like Wicks. He needs to hold on to the football, but he's pretty good.
Well, he has a lot of potential. So It's him, it's Hollywood Brown, it's Mekhi Lemon, and it's Darius Cooper, who was there, who basically was like a mini AJ Brown, but just was not mature enough yet, and learning behind them. So they have a lot of good young receivers. It's now putting it all together and looking at the Packers, because I've been balls deep and looking at the Packers offense last year and watching how they, with Sean Mannion and having the offensive coordinating and game planning of having their receivers go over the middle. And that was something the Eagles rarely did last year and over the past couple of years. So he moves in motion and also playing under center. And that's Sean Mannion's focus. So this offense is going to look different. There is going to be some things, obviously, that are in there that Jalen loves to run and so on and so forth. So I think, yes, AJ is obviously a big receiver, big body receiver. You're not replacing that. Like Dontavian Wicks is tall, but he's not like swole. That's why he's Swole Batman, was his nickname. But I think with the multiple receivers that they have and the motion that they'll be able to do, I think it's going to look different, and they'll be able to move pieces around. So they won't just be in one spot that you can just dictate what's going on, which is what the Eagles offense was. It was extremely predictable.
So have to plug in some new pieces.
Definitely plug in some new pieces, but we're going to plug in an old piece back in Big Blue.
Heyo.
His name would be OBJ, and he is back, which the rumor started during the offseason in the flag football exhibition tournament, where it was Team USA that would be playing in the Olympics against the Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts team, and so on and so forth. And OBJ was out there looking pretty good, and he started getting some eyes and some calls, and the reunion started to swirl. And today it was official. So I'm going to go to our resident Big Blue leader here, Paul Stead.
I thought you were going to say Harrison.
No, he's the leader of something else.
We're still a free agent. We're still a free agent. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's got left in the tank. Multiple knee injuries, and he's not old per se, but in a football sense, he's a little, long in the tooth, and certainly towards the end of his career. It's just, I don't know. I think it's a low risk move, bringing him back, see what he's got left. Could be a mentor. for some of the younger guys. I don't expect him to be more than a 3 or a 4, especially when Neighbors gets back. I think the bigger thing that this might signal is, are they concerned about Malik coming back on time? I know he had a follow-up procedure done on his knee during the offseason. In addition to OBJ, they signed Juju Smith-Schuster, as well as Braxton Berrios. I think one other receiver as well. So 4 receivers signed today by the Giants. We'll see. It's cool to bring OBJ back. I'm just not really expecting much from him.
When was the last relevant football he's played? The Super Bowl?
Yep.
Has he done it? I know he's played on a couple teams, but I don't remember him.
Ravens didn't really do anything there.
Yeah, he hasn't really done anything. So
yeah, his last was with the Rams.
The Giants are just like collecting Temu Infinity Stones. So many wide receivers.
Juju.
Yeah, aside from the Super Bowl, his last legitimate season was 2019.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. I think it's just it's low risk move here. Just bring him in, see what he's got. But yeah,
remember they didn't sign him to trade him. So
sure.
1 month later,
yep,
trade him.
I mean, is that all right now for moves? Do we even have anything else?
Russell Wilson retired.
Good for him.
Yeah. Well, I guess he didn't retire. He just said he's going to CBS to be an analyst, so maybe the door's open.
Yeah, if somebody calls him, he's keeping the door open, but nobody's on the call.
I think he's going to be wearing his. I think he was wearing his pads under his suit.
Yeah.
I think he was between the Jets and an analyst, and he just said, "I'm going to go be an analyst."
Yeah, good call, bro. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
you made the right choice.
No, great career, man. Great career.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champ. I think Hall of Famer. We'll see. Yeah,
I think so.
I don't know, man. The post Seattle thing was
it got bad. It got real bad.
And I know he's not the reason they lost that Super Bowl, but he also is the reason.
He is.
Right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he threw the pick.
Actually, I'm thinking about. I'm like, yeah, he did throw the pick. Yeah, I don't know.
Super Bowl champ, 10-time Pro Bowler, 46,000 yards, 350 passing touchdowns, 31 rushing touchdowns, 121, 80, and 1 record. I wonder who the tie was against. But yeah, good career. I mean, super dominant for a little while. It was just short. NFL careers are really short, and it just kind of happens, and then it's over. But yeah, shout out Russ.
Yeah.
Is he going to be a game analyst or in the studio?
In the studio. And it's on Network's pregame show. Yeah, with
Matt James Brown,
James Brown, Nate Burleson, Bill Cowher.
Yeah.
I hope that starts off better than what the last few years have been like, because he needs a good boost to his his overall person, because the last few years he's been just getting beat up by media. So I hope somehow, some way, this starts off right for him.
I just hung on too long. Yeah.
There was that overtime game. Was it in Detroit? Jameis was a quarterback. I think Dart was hurt, and Russ came out to do the coin flip in overtime, and he's wearing his helmet. And then Jared Goff's on the other end, and he's not, he's just wearing his hat because he's the starting quarterback of the Lions. It's just that moment has just stuck with me since it happened. What I think of Russ. Yeah,
Russ is
see what he can do. As an analyst, because I mean, at least the perception is right. He never wants to. He's always PC and is a team guy. So we'll see, what that transition's like, if he can be, what those takes are like,
Yeah. Before we switch gears here, I just want to go back to Sam's comment, Dave Gettleman's comment about OBJ. Didn't sign him to trade him. I will say the Giants won that trade.
What was the trade?
Hands down. Jabril Peppers, first-round pick, and a third-round pick. Peppers was serviceable safety. That first-round pick turned into Dexter Lawrence. And OBJ played a total of 29 games over parts of 3 seasons for the Browns.
Okay.
So
you got to win.
We got to clear Gettleman's name here. All right. All the flack he got with Saquon and
smart guys with those computers.
Yeah.
Analytics.
Honestly, Daniel Jones sucked, but hey.
I mean,
he's getting paid now in Indy.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to change the scenery.
Yep.
So, guys.
Hey.
It was in this year that we prepared for Y2K. In this year, The Sopranos also debuted. Blockbuster films, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace,
Jar Jar Binks,
Sixth Sense, yes,
yeah.
Toy Story 2, J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter's Prisoner of whatever the hell that is.
Azkaban.
We had Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Oh.
Eminem, Slim Shady LP came out.
That's a good one.
And Napster launched at that time. There was also some controversy. There was Woodstock that happened and a riot happened.
Oh,
Never
Woodstock
seen
99.
the footage?
Hell yeah.
Oh, so you know the year. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we know the year.
Yeah.
That was the last time we had this NBA Finals matchup that we are going to talk about now. And the results were the New York Knickerbockers lost to the San Antonio Spurs. But the Knicks have a chance to redeem themselves now as they're back, and they're led by Jalen Brunson, because the Knicks finally have a point guard since 1999. And now they have a chance to redeem themselves. Yes, great football player. They are playing against the alien, Victor Wembanyama, and the young cast and the San Antonio Spurs, who apparently, as the head coach said, they don't know what the word experience is, and they don't care. So, gentlemen, with that being said,
what an intro.
What are your thoughts as we head into this legendary matchup of young juggernauts?
Knicks
what
tape. Knicks and 4.
Whoa.
Bing bong.
Shout out the ghost of Latrell Sprewell.
Yes.
What a year that was.
It was a very...
Latrell Sprewell's not dead, right?
No, he's
alive.
Pretty much at every game at this point.
Latrell.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't seen him, but...
A lot did happen that year. Also,
that was a great year.
There was Serena won her first career Grand Slam.
I know her.
And the Yankees won their 25th World Championship.
This was a heyday, man.
It was a phenomenal year,
I was at that game 4, by the way.
I was 12 years old. 12 years old. Yeah. It's probably led me on my path. Yeah, it probably led me on my path of hating the Knicks. It broke my heart as a 12-year-old child, and I was like, I'm not doing this. So it probably led me on a path of never picking any teams because of the letdown that happened here.
No.
I think it is.
There's multiple things that did that to you.
Correct, but this was one of them.
That's fair. It's a piece of the pie. I get it. That's fair.
I think this city is going to explode. Regardless. Because it's so thirsty for a Knicks championship. I think I told you guys this a couple weeks ago. I was in Disney with my family. It was the day after the 76ers were swept by the Knicks, right? And just beat down. I'm wearing a Jalen Brunson shirt at Epcot. And I had 11 people come up to me or just say, "Go Knicks," and including one 76er fan that said, "Go Birds!" Like, we hate basketball anyway. Go Birds!
Go Birds!
But 11 people in Disney World. So I'm just, it's It's been palpable, the excitement. I am trying so hard to be a rational human being. But it is really hard. And also, I'm just very nervous because we started a Spurs dynasty the last time.
Yeah.
And I think regardless, we're going to start another one, regardless of if we win or lose here, because the team is that good. But I don't know how to feel. Harrison, should I feel optimistic? I've watched every Knicks game since that 76er series, and I've watched most of that series. So
I do not think you should feel optimistic.
That's what that's what I mean. But they're on an all-time legendary run right now, which is just incredible.
Like that's the saddest part about some of this is we've only gotten like 4 home Knicks games in the last month. Like, while the city should be on fire, and they are, every watch party and everything is great. We've really only seen them at home like 4 times because they're just running through every single team. I mean, the Hawks were their hardest challenge, and that was the Hawks. The Sixers absolutely rolled over.
They lost those 2 games by 1 point.
Yeah. And then the Cavs were just broken after game 1. So
their soul.
I think, not taking anything away from the Knicks and their run, I just think the West is a different beast entirely. And it's pretty clear watching. Like, it's been great to watch all these games because it is every other day.
Yeah, that's been awesome.
Yeah. The Cavs were just broken, but they were also on a stretch of they hadn't not played back-to-back days since March, which is insane. But it's just the way it goes. But yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't feel too optimistic, but this team is great. Like, they're really good. And if they can steal one in San Antonio and come back home, and then I don't think it'll be a short series. I think it goes 6. But I have the Spurs winning it.
So I'm right there with you. I have the Spurs in 6, but either way, the city is going to be on fire. That's just no matter what way this goes, it's going to be on fire. But it's going to also be on fire in game 6 for one particular reason. Do you know what happens that day as well?
Is it a World Cup game?
France plays in New York that day for the World Cup.
That's wild.
So
Penn Station is going to be
Penn Station.
Talk about on fire.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet.
So
there, like, Penn Station can barely handle, or New Jersey Transit can barely handle a normal Wednesday, let alone NBA final game and a World Cup game.
And a World Cup. It's going to be absolutely insane. I was just in Philly to kind of go back to Sam's thing when he was talking about the gentleman that he ran into that was a Sixers fan. By the way, I barely saw any Sixers stuff, but I saw a bunch of Eagles stuff. But being down there, I saw a bunch of like FIFA volunteers for the World Cup. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. They were walking through Reading Terminal Market or whatever, and they had like the whole FIFA stuff on and an actual walk past like the volunteer stuff. So it's real. It's happening anyway. But back to this. So I remember there was a time that I said that this would be the Knicks' best chance to get to the finals on this podcast. And I said it because I saw what the East looked like this year. You had Jason Tatum coming back off of ACL. We didn't know when he was coming back, right? We have, what's his name? I can't think for the Pacers.
Halliburton.
Thank you, Halliburton being hurt, right? And then you didn't know what the Cavs are going to be. I thought at this point in time, how the season kind of played out, I thought that the Pistons were going to be the ones that were going to take the East, and they 100% let me down. And I didn't know what the Magic were going to be. But what I will say, I knew they were going to be in a playoff somewhere, just didn't know where the Magic would be. With that being said,
I'll tell you where the Magic is.
Wow.
MSG, baby.
The Knicks have played some of the best team ball I've seen in a while. And it probably helps that some of them, played in college together and won a national championship together, that they know each other so well. But you also have the role players, as in the Landry Shamit's, that has been around the league and been a a phenomenal two-way utility player on multiple teams.
Coming off the
but
bench
he's
looking
also
like Steph.
playing out of his mind right
Yeah.
now, right? Jalen was off several times in this playoffs, but every single time you needed him, flip the switch, right? What you call it? Why can't I think of
OG's been automatic.
OG.
Mikal
OG
Bridges has been all over.
Kyle, I told you that OG was going to be something, and you didn't want to listen at first. You were upset. I told you that trade was going to be worth it.
Good.
The Raptors trade?
Yes.
I remember.
Kyle,
I remember that.
He didn't. A lot of people were upset in New York, and I was like,
I remember
you clearly
saying
have not watched OG because OG is that dude. But I just love the way that they play together. And I know Mike Brown got a lot of shit in the beginning of the season, and people were talking about, this is what we get. And it's like, he's also a coach that has won championships. He's been around champions. He knows what it's like. And again, I can't drive home this anymore because I've said it for years. The Knicks would be good when they got a point guard. And they did. So my last thing that I have to say, so you Knicks fans can bask in all your glory, because I don't want to take too much of your time. Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas Mavericks.
What Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
The decisions that you guys made are unforgivable. And if I was a part of that fan base still, which I was many moons ago,
you got Coop.
I would have 100% went there and lit America Airlines on fire for trading away those two people.
It's terrorism.
It might be, also letting Jason Kidd go, in this. So there's a lot of moves that they made, but shout out to them. So fans,
imagine those guys and Cooper Flag.
Yeah. Well, I just think
that they probably wouldn't have got Cooper Flag if they were together still.
Yeah, that's fair, but yeah, I hate doing that. And who's the power forward they have or center? He's pretty good too.
Lively. They're fine.
Yeah,
they're
Lively.
fine.
They're okay.
Yeah, but I think a young team. Yeah, still the point.
I think, you said all those things. I think the way this Knicks team is playing, they would have beat any of those teams healthy. I think they would have beat Boston if they were healthy. I think they would have beat the Pacers if they were healthy. Early in the year with Mike Brown, there just need to be a little bit of patience there. And he changed the offense. It's like they did really well last year with Jalen being the number one sole option and running a lot of pick and rolls with him and Cat, but that just wasn't going to get them over the hump. So, they move the ball so well, right? They're moving the ball incredibly well. Everyone's getting a lot of touches. It's so balanced where you're not just focusing on Jalen, and that'll help them a lot in this next round. But the reason I'm picking the Spurs, and I go off matchups a lot, and, I just watched Harper and Castle, and Vassell and Keldon Johnson, make it like a living hell for SGA. And he still went off. He still played great, but the way he had to score his points was just a nightmare. And I think SJ is just a better player than Brunson. I love Jalen Brunson. I just think SJ is just a touch better.
Well, you probably wouldn't put Brunson on SGA.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't.
You couldn't. No,
you couldn't.
Yeah,
it's a mismatch.
But I'm saying defensively, I think Brunson is going to have a really. I think he'll still score. I think he's just going to have a very tough time.
Yeah.
I mean, by the end of the Thunder Spurs series, SJ could not get in the paint. That's just another difference maker too. When you have Wemby down there, you can't get in
Williams
there.
not being there probably didn't help too, because that's
Dub's not there.
No way.
Chet basically wasn't there either.
But Chet got embarrassed.
Chet was embarrassed.
That happened. Yeah.
But that's just the tough part about the Spurs is you're not getting in the paint. They run a box and one, and Wemby plays zone in the middle, and you're just not touching the paint. So, will Mitch with his broken pinky and Cat be able to assert themselves down there? That'll be a huge key. But Jalen Brunson's going to have it pretty tough, and that's kind of the focus I'm having. I think the Spurs are just so suffocating defensively. And, I think the Knicks will win a couple games based off their, 3-point shot making, but not enough to win the series ultimately.
I like that. I like that, like, the Pistons were taken care of, and it kind of all worked out. But I agree, and I know I'm being a homer here, but I like just considering the run that they were on, I feel like it's not going to be blowout. And I think the inconsistency that we've seen from Wemby at home at times too, and a rookie head coach kind of give me, is he a rookie? He's not a rookie, right? No, second year. Yeah. Well, second year. I'm just kind of looking at some of the inconsistencies that I've seen just throughout the playoffs. But that said, I mean, you can't really game plan against someone who's 7'4", shoots the ball, moves like a guard, and then you have Castle and Harper and Keldon Johnson and it's going to be a battle. It's great to hear. Yeah.
There were games, like, if you obviously watching the series the Thunder Spurs, there were games where Wemby was frustrated. Like the games the Thunder won, he did not look great offensively. He'll always look good defensively, but offensively there are ways to kind of take him out of it, and that's like being really physical, and with Hartenstein just fouling him every single time. So, I mean, if Mitch can get in there and use all 6 of his fouls and really push Wemby outside the paint, that's some of the games where you'll win. But he just rebounds so well. He's so smart. He can pick apart what you did last game and then use it against you the next game. And he's just like it's so fun watching him every step of the way in this conference finals, because he's just learning. You can watch him like learn every single game, and he's just getting better and better. And he's 22 years old, and it's ridiculous how good this kid is. And then, Dylan Harper as well. It's like these guys are set up for an absolute dynasty if they're able to knock off this first one. And I don't know, but the Knicks have made it a whole lot more interesting over the last couple run. Like, if you would have asked me like 3 weeks ago who's winning the championship, I'd be like, West, no doubt about it. Put every single penny you have on whatever team comes out of the West. But the Knicks have made it to where it's like, I don't know, maybe like they're so hot, they're playing so well right now, they could win it. But just all signs point, matchup wise, everything else points to the Spurs. But I don't know. That's the fun part about it.
I want to come back to a point that you said, but I want to let Brendan get in here because I want to hear if you got more. Baby.
Knicks in 4. No, I mean, this is this is undoubtedly the best Knicks team that we've seen in our adult life,
our lives,
and maybe ever. Well, yeah, in our lives, right? So yeah, let's just take a second to kind of bask in this run a little bit here. So 11 consecutive playoff wins. They swept both the conference semifinals and finals. Point differential was plus 271.
Insane.
I mean, it just like Harry,
so
like you said in our group chat, they just broke teams, and it was impressive as hell to watch. And regardless of what happens in the finals, this was an amazing run, historic run, and something that the Knicks fans should really take pride in, because it's been a long road these past 27 years since the last final run. But
they broke me as a 12-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, ruined basketball and fandom for you forever.
Forever.
But
analytically, they lost the series though. So probably
what's that?
Analytically, they probably lost.
Oh yeah.
That's what the Cavs coach would say.
Yeah. I'm excited as hell for this. Right? I mean,
it should be fun. I'm really excited,
and I'm excited to see, as a casual basketball fan, to actually see Wemby, play hopefully a 6 or 7 game series here.
Wow.
And they get to see him up close and see what the Knicks have, man. Like I said, I mean, it's been a hell of a team effort by the Knicks this whole season and throughout this run. So yeah, I mean, the Spurs had the best player out of this matchup, obviously, with Wemby. I'm just interested in seeing if this team dynamic, like you said, just puts the Knicks over the top here, and maybe they steal this thing. So we'll see. But I'm excited to watch it. Like I said, New York is going to be going absolutely nuts. I see they're already painting the subway stations and entrances blue and orange. So
did you see the mayor suspended bedtime for kids?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was in Cosmic Sands too. Yeah. The executive order, or whatever they're called. Yeah.
Man. I heard that they're banning the watch parties in the street though.
They stopped them. They stopped them in the middle of the last series for. I think there were some incidents, but
I guess I get that. Yeah,
Melo said on one of the broadcasts, they go to the finals, he's going out to the watch party. So
look, they
that's
trampled.
going to be insane.
They trampled J.R. Smith, so they'll get anybody.
They did.
Yeah.
They sure did. They sure did. I know just in talks with people like at the gym and other people that just talking about basketball that know that we have this beautiful thing called chasing points. They've told me, well, the Knicks are well rested at this point in time. And I said, from watching basketball all my life, being well rested and going against a team that came off a series that's 7 games, that team also can still be very, very hot. The team that played that many games compared to the Knicks resting, they now have to get back into a flow of things, right? So I want people to keep that in mind as that being a factor, especially watching how the Spurs have started games off against the defending champion. And I'm not talking about coming out, I'm talking about on fire and absolutely shutting things down and then going up, then them coming back up because they're a championship team, and then the Spurs going up by 12 again and whatnot. So I believe this dynamic. So what Harrison said before about, would have picked the West before, I would have done the same thing as well too, right? And I think that anybody has a chance in this series. That's the great thing about this. Like, I know Wemby is the best player that's going to be on the court, but I also know a guy that's on the other side that is probably one of the most clutch players in the NBA, that once he gets going, his team follows right behind him. And so to me, again, Harrison already highlighted this, is the Mitchell Robinson and the Cat. But what are they going to do to try to not even stop Wemby, because you're not going to stop him necessarily, but what are you going to do? Because you can stop him by getting him into foul trouble. You can stop him by putting enough bodies on him and wearing him down, right? Yes, he is tall, but he is also technically frail in body frame wise. Leaning on him enough. What are you going to do? Rough him up? Are you going to make sure that it's like, yeah, you may have this, but you're not getting anything easy, right? But again, Brendan, you haven't really watched any Wemby games, right?
Oh,
okay, so
I have not.
You're gonna see how this skyscraper just shoots 3-pointers, but also can crash the boards and get and move like a small forward essentially to get through the paint.
And just put his hand up and
crazy.
just
my favorite part is just watching him on the defensive side of the ball and how
doesn't have to do much.
They just stay away from him. It's crazy how much gravity he has.
7'4" is insane. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
it's like it really is like watching, and he's like, like Stretch Armstrong or something like that. Yeah. Like it's just it's crazy.
My man takes 3 steps and he's at whatever hoop he wants to be at. So it's insane.
There's been like very tall players, but just the way he moves and the way he operates is just a different. It's a different level. And then just like other things to watch out for too with like the Spurs. So they are very dominant in the first, coming right out of the game, the first quarter, and then they have like the largest point differential in the third quarter as well. So like not only do they come out hot, their coach makes really good adjustments like right out of the half. And then they, Julian Champagny, Devin Vassell, like they just have shooters. They're just so well built. They're just young and they're learning. So if the Knicks can jump them early, they have a chance. Like I'm not saying there's no chance. It's just they're built really well. It's fun. It's fun. This matchup is so fun. Like I'm so excited for this finals matchup. Like I respect the Thunder, but I really wanted to see the Spurs in this spot. Just because of their growth, and like I just enjoy watching them more than I do the Thunder. So I'm excited to have this finals matchup. Like I just hope it goes a bunch of games. To be honest, I just want to watch a whole bunch of this.
And Harrison, social media agrees with you because people were all the AI flop pictures that I've seen out there about the whole team. No, they're talking about the whole team. I really kind of hope that this. Just to talk about the Thunder for a little bit, I really hope this lights a fire under Chet, because I know Chet is a really, really good player, and I know this Wemby Chet rivalry is going to continue, and now it's going to be even stronger.
It's not even fair to Chet. It's like not.
It's not even a rivalry. It's just literally Wemby hates this man. I don't think Chet even has. He's just like, why does this guy hate me so much? And he just takes it out on him at all times. He just created this now. Yeah.
It's here now. But I'd be interested to see what he's like. I know what are they do in free agency. What does this team look like next year? And that's weird to say because they just won a championship last year, but I don't think they do too much. Like they have their young core, but who did they bring in? I'm very curious about what that
they could do anything they want.
I know.
They have the leverage with those picks to pay, top dollar for whatever trade they want.
They could beat any trade for Giannis they want. They could try to get Jokic. They could stand pat. They could do anything they want. They are loaded.
It's just a question of if Giannis or any other superstar wants to go to Oklahoma City.
Yeah. So they'll be back. I mean, the West is. I mean, you got. I think the Timberwolves, Nuggets. The Nuggets need to start spending a little money. They're cheap as hell. But yeah, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Spurs, Thunder. Like that's just so good for the next couple years.
I think the talks are going to get loud for Ant-Man soon. Because he keeps getting bounced at. I think those talks are about to get really, really loud.
Yeah.
And I think meaning like, can he make it or is he going to leave Minnesota? And I think that's going to get very, very loud very, very soon if it's not already there. That's going to be very, very interesting.
Tons of storylines out west. It's just fun.
For sure.
It's fun.
Speaking of the Timberwolves, like props to Cat. I know he's been like getting a lot of the brunt of jokes over the last couple of years, but like you mentioned, Harrison, the kind of turnaround and the play style from Mike Brown and whatnot, and like Cat seems like he's bought in and he's played really well, and he's kind of been a linchpin in that. And as a Knicks fan, it's so awesome to hear Mike Breen just call like meaningful playoff games that your team because he is the voice of MSG, but he's also the voice of the NBA Finals, and it's just been really great to have him on playoff calls for sure. That was good. Good.
No, I'll give Cat a shout out too. I mean, I've clowned him a lot. I still will
clown him.
But like even through
the little sassy Cat.
Even through all like the changes to the offense and all that, like he never stopped rebounding and hitting the glass and like doing like all those little things that matter. And he's like having one of his best rebounding seasons ever. And he's above, 13 rebounds a game for the last 2 years now, which is like was a knock on him before. Like you're huge. You should be down there getting boards and doing the little stuff as well. So yeah, no, I'm just, again, really excited for this matchup. Really, really excited. Cannot wait.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Before we get out of here, gentlemen, can we talk about how this Yankee pitching rotation? No, not the bullpen. I'm not going to go with the bullpen right now.
We'll figure that out.
You will. But can we talk about how this Yankees starting rotation, can lead us to the promised land here?
It sure can.
How beautiful of a thing this is. Because I remember when Sam and I started this podcast and we were praying for pitchers. And now looking at our plethora of potential starting pitchers that we have for our New York Yankees. It is a moment that has teared me up a few times. I'm very thankful to be sitting here and watching how our boys are putting up or not allowing numbers to be put up, and then watching the offense put up numbers. It's been fun. The bullpen got to figure it out. But man, it's offensively, I'm very happy that people are starting to click. I know Judge is having a off portion right now, which he does throughout every year. Most baseball players do. But his average is still very
OPS
good.
is still, 950?
Exactly. So
What a slump.
I'm just I'm just very happy seeing what's going on right now. And my only complaint outside of the bullpen is Mr. Burrito Raider.
Because he's moved on.
I've been saying this for how long now?
I know you have. I know you have. This is why I'm saying it. I mean, you already know. I haven't moved on from Volpe. He's still on the team, Sam. I will never move on from him. It was the same thing for me with Gleyber Torres, and the Gleyber Torres went to Detroit and started playing extremely well for whatever godforsaken reason. So it's still F Volpe, but Wells is public enemy number one for me right now. Just public enemy number one for me right now. So,
atrocious.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's
It's
and I want to highlight something that Brendan said because I know he's going to go off a little bit. When we were watching the World Baseball Classic and Austin Wells was going off and hitting home runs, Brendan said, "Yeah, okay, let's see what happens during the regular season." And it's exactly what he thought it would be. So, yeah.
At least he's a very good catcher. But it's not, you're absolutely right. I co-signed to all of it. But at least the pitchers love pitching to him. He has, I think he's done pretty well with the ABS. Overall, he's a much better defensive catcher than I ever thought he'd profile to be, which is great. But yes, now we need to see this bat because the comps coming out when he was drafted were like he could be a poor man's Kyle Schwarber, and he's not that.
He's a poor man, right? Like a dirt poor, poverty stricken.
Right?
Jeez, yeah, not even close. But yeah, first of all,
Schwarber came up as a catcher, was destined to be left field. Like everyone, when he was drafted, it was like Austin Wells is a left fielder.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's done the job he's done defensively is great. But yeah, he makes stupid mistakes on the base paths. He's just inconsistent at the plate. And I don't know if, I was going to say if we were going to bitch about the bullpen, our closer is not on the roster right now. I don't know. I think the Yankees have been aggressive. I don't know if our catcher is on the roster. It could very well happen. I don't know who's available or anything like that, but
yeah. Well, I'm sure more people will become available as time goes on, naturally. But yeah, they got to figure out catcher. Having two left-handed hitting catchers makes no sense anyway. I'm not including Rice in that.
Then you have three.
Right, then you have three lefties. But bullpen to me is number one need. But then again, like we've been saying all along here, they have options internally right now. This rotation is going to get crowded in a hurry when Fried comes back. That's going to bump somebody. Weathers is pitching really well.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know what you do. Do you go 6-man? They're kind of going 6-man, I think, to keep Cole on regular rest.
Yeah.
I don't, because we were saying it all off season, right? Like Heal's going to end up in the bullpen while he's in the minors, and Weathers is probably destined for the bullpen too. But he's pitching great.
Yeah. It's gonna be a tough. It's a good problem to have that way, but it'll be a tough decision for sure. But yeah, I mean, you can put Wells in there, you can put Heel in there. You got Lagrange down there in AAA. Our boy Sam Yavani as well.
Which makes no sense that like he gets optioned when you got like soft tossing guys like Paul Blackburn, Yarborough, and then you got this guy that just he's faced 5 batters and he's got like 4 strikeouts in his career or something like that. It's insane.
Yeah, I think we've seen enough of Jake Bird too. To realize he doesn't have it. So yeah, bullpen number one priority in my opinion. Catcher right behind that. And I still think I guess when Stanton comes back, he'll be the right-handed thump that we're in need of as well. But yeah, man, I mean, things look good. And the American League in general is just completely like upside down.
Yeah.
There's only 5 teams that are above 500 right now in the American League. So Red Sox are god awful, which we love that. The Mets continue to just suck. Gosh, I love that more than anything.
Stink.
Yeah, I think things look good, and the Rays continue to just do Rays things, but how sustainable that's going to be over the course of the season, we'll see. But I like where the Yanks are right now.
Thinking out loud here, I just saw the Reds are in 5th place in the Central. I think Tyler Stevenson's a free agent at the end of the year.
Okay, so that could be their right-handed catcher.
Maybe you trade for him. I don't know how he's doing this year, but that might be a name.
Yeah, I saw Christian Vasquez as an option as well. But he doesn't really...
the Reds being 5th place in the Central and in the American League West, there's one team above 500, and last week there was no teams above 500 in the American League West.
Yeah, NL Central is a hell of a division.
Oh, never mind. Tyler Stevenson's hitting 199.
Better than
4 home runs, 17 RBIs. Is that better than Austin Wells?
Austin Wells player comps. Kyle Schwarber with Will Smith and Thurman Munson.
Who was
where
the
you
scout?
getting that?
Holy shit!
Thurman
Will
Munson
Smith,
just rolled
the
over.
actor?
It's great.
The relief pitcher?
I hope that person doesn't have a job anymore. That's holy shit.
Where'd you get that from? Is that like Baseball America or something?
No, it's somebody on YouTube though.
Awesome.
I'm trying to look for actual scouts, what they said about him.
Man.
Pre-draft scout.
Austin Wells batting a $178, by the way. So, but yeah. And the Tigers are tanking, which will lead to a trade deadline frenzy. Obviously, with Skubal, they are currently 16 games under 500. That's a tough hole to climb out of. It's been an interesting year so far.
What about our boy Dylan Dingler? Is he available? The Dingler?
He's hitting dingers. Another big fan of the... Sorry. I was going to tie that into our vitamin D conversation. But yeah, hitting dingers for the big D.
World Cup ticket prices are dropping finally. A little bit.
What's the average ticket price for that?
A few days ago, the cheapest ticket for Scotland versus Haiti in the World Cup was $1,200. It's now dropped to $400. So,
Scotland versus Haiti.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that here?
Prime time.
Is that where's that game? Where's that match?
I don't know where that one is, but probably not here. MetLife is going to be a disaster.
Probably the NFA field. Yeah.
Disaster.
Wow.
Guys,
shout out
Arsenal for catcher.
Premier League champs,
good, by the way.
Shout out.
What's that?
What was that, Sam?
I was going to say the free agent landscape for catcher is not very good for next year. So.
No. There's not many good ones.
William Contreras has a club option, though, so maybe the Brewers don't want to pay him. But,
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
But otherwise, you're talking Mitch Garver, Stevenson, Ryan Jeffers, your boy Carson Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Haiti, Scotland is in Boston.
Looks like we're making a road trip, huh?
Negative.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one. Is that one even televised?
Yes. It might be on Tubi though. So.
It's on Tubby.
That'll definitely end. Yeah.
Totally gonna be on Tubby.
USA plays on Friday, June 12th in LA against Paraguay. The opening match is Mexico against South Africa in Mexico City. I'm talking about home field advantage there. That's Thursday, June 11th. Canada plays also the same day U.S., which looks like I should probably see what the groups are. I'm trying to see when the big games are here. Turkey, that'll be a good game. That's June 14th, Turkey, Australia, Germany against Curacao. Also, Netherlands, Japan. That's going to be a good first round game. That's in Dallas.
It's just all over the place.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll be locked in. I'll be reporting back for sure. There'll be some clips of me talking about the game. So
lock in.
Yeah, Belgium and Egypt should be a good game. Robert Saleh.
Lock in.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's not Robert Saleh, but
he's from Belgium.
But yeah, that'll be it. So, gentlemen, before we get out of here, is there anything else you guys like to share with people?
Bing bong.
Go Birds.
Yeah. Sam, shout out to your mom. Birthday's coming up, right? Our birthday's coming up.
Hey, happy birthday, man.
So there you go.
When is that? Saturday.
Saturday.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Nice little Saturday planned, you know.
Speaking of D-Day, it's D-Day for Bacon's birthday. You didn't know that? D-Day.
Mm-hmm.
Take some vitamin D. Have a good time.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna get real rowdy.
Yeah, let's go crazy.
Happy birthday to you, Brendan, in advance, since we won't be here on your birthday.
Is there an NBA Finals game that day?
Have fun at Home Depot.
No, you don't get a game.
Let's play some golf. I can't this weekend. My daughter has dance recital.
Priorities.
You guys can come to the dance recital. You want to do that?
I got my own the week after that.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's right.
I was going to say we should play some golf.
One day.
Yep.
One day.
One of these days.
We also should go to the Yankee game one day. We should do a lot of things one day. But
Harrison needs some more sunlight, so we just need to make sure we get him outside.
Yeah, get me outside.
Harrison will start. This is the time for those that don't know Harrison. This is the time he starts looking like Neapolitan ice cream. So just be prepared for that. So this is just the time. So it's starting.
It's already started.
It's there. Just telling you guys. With that being said, this has been another episode of the Chasing Points podcast. We appreciate you all for listening. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Mama Favada. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to Brendan. Harrison, you suck. Shout out to your family, though, because they're awesome. And on that note, we love you. I'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Mixtape.